Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Get out of that. You don't need that zoom in there. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while. I'm at home. This is Friday. I took off work, but I didn't go to the camp because, frankly, the deer activity sucks. Had things to do. Had to get a haircut and all this stuff. So I decided I was going to work on that little Radio Shack realistic auto portable. I think that's what it's called. I forgot. Yeah, auto portable. Anyway, here's where I'm at. Some of the stuff I didn't record because I thought there was no point in it, honestly. But let me turn you around. I'm tired of looking at me. Hang on a second. That's where I'm at right now with it. Make sure I'm... There we go. That's why I repaired the corrosion best I could with what I had. That's the bottom of it right there. Remember this plate right here? This plate down here was all really bad. I just basically, somebody says, well, use a Dremel. Well, yeah, Dremel wouldn't touch that. I basically had to use every tool at my disposal because that was some of the most embedded corrosion I've ever seen. It was pretty bad. But anyway, I got it cleaned up. I just primed it. Got some gray primer on it. Nothing wrong with it now. I had to repair or replace this battery connector here that was all bad. I had just used a piece of old circuit board to make that spring insulator. So now I got it semi back together. I took the front escutcheon off. Got the handle a little bit more straighter. It's not all bowed up now and all this kind of stuff like that right there. So it's ready to go back on, but I ain't gonna put it back on just yet. So at the point now that I got the front off, I can get to things a little bit better. But basically I've got it hooked up to my power supply. Got the speaker hooked up right there. I think it's ready to go back to turn back on, but I noticed there was a grain of wheat light right there. So I want to see if this works. So I'm at the point now where I want to make sure this thing even still works before I go any further. So here we go. Whoa! Volume control is still on. Volume control still needs a little love. I noticed the grain of wheat light is not working. That must be our local college station or public broadcasting. Yeah, that volume control needs some love. I'll give it a dose of cleaner here in a minute. See if the AM still works.
The reaction to the work. Patriot Mobile even folks in multiple school districts in Texas. The left is losing their minds over it. Patriot Mobile is America's only Christian conservative mobile phone provider, a force for conservative value. This is because they take
still
a
works.
portion of your bill and fund causes a freedom of speech. A second, and they're winning. Go to.
So, other than me cleaning a lot of rust out of this thing, I haven't changed any capacitors, hadn't any electrical components, just cleaned up a bunch of corrosion off of it. I'm going to clean the selector switches with some Deox with lubricant, and I'm going to clean the volume control and see if I can find something to make this this little grain of wheat or the indicator bulb work, and start assembling this thing. But I wanted to I did a lot of work without recording, so that was very boring, tedious stuff. I still got a long way to go on this radio, but it does work pretty dang good, and I haven't changed the first capacitor or anything like that, and I doubt I do unless something fails on it. seems to be working good enough to me. So anyway, when I get something else to show, I will bring you back. All right, take care, kids. All right, a little adding to the grain of wheat bulb here. After doing a little research on it, this bulb should not be working when it's in portable mode. I kind of figured that out. One side of the, if you can see right there where my finger is, it's one of these leads going to the bulb coming from the 6 volts from the on-off switch, and then the other side here, if you can see it, comes over here and it goes over here to this interconnect in the back. And basically makes sense now. When you plug it in the car, that's when the indicator comes on. So probably just shorts out the ground through the other plug. So, but there's no point in having the light on when you're in portable mode, because that would just use your battery up. So I'm just going to leave it. Unhooked, but it does have voltage passing through it, which means the bulb is good. So I'm going to leave it alone. The volume control, I cleaned it, but it still didn't help it out a whole lot. So I'm going to take it apart. Oh gosh, and see if I can clean it up a little bit better. But for the most part, I just got to figure out how to put this thing back together and clean the case up real good, and I think it'll be ready to roll. So bring you back. All right, boys and girls. I got into the volume control. This one's a little tricky, but look at that. Let's see if I can get you in there a little bit. Look how nasty that is inside. That is nasty, nasty, nasty. So that's what I got to do. I got to clean that. I got to clean that up, and I'm gonna clean it up, and I'll bring it back after I get it back together, hopefully without tearing it up, and see if we made a difference. Bring you right back. All right, I got this volume control back in. I think I got it back together right. I don't want to do that again. Here we go.
Put a new tractor to a veteran who is a farmer. That happened at the Duck Commander headquarters in West Monroe. Now, through the program known as Geared to Give, a tractor is given every year to help veterans transition back to civilian life. And country music star Lainey Wilson, who is from Baskin, Louisiana, had a big...
Okay, I can't do anything else with the volume control. That volume control was submerged in water, or had been water in it. It's very corroded. A lot of the elements, the resistive elements, are just about not existent.
Willie Nelson.
The only way to fix that is to replace it. I can't do anything with it. Anyway, I'm going to clean it up, and I think I'm going to try to put it back together. I don't know if I can get it back together today or not, but really can't go much further with this thing. I'm going to clean these knobs up a little bit, and probably clean these function controls up a little bit, and figure out how to put this stupid thing together, and hopefully get it off my workbench. Anyway, let's bring you back. A little bad news on the radio here. I started putting it together, decided I better check the speaker. And the speaker does not work. It is dead on arrival. Take my trusty dusty here. Who said, somebody on here remarked, they didn't like these meters. Well, oh well. You're lost, Chief. Had the exact same meter when I was 15 years old, not a long time ago. Absolutely no resistance on this voice coil on this speaker, which sucks. You know, if you don't like these meters, okay, whatever. You know, before these meters come around, actually, before these digital voltmeters come along, you had these, and these served people well. Especially these were the top dogs right here, that and Simpsons. This right here is a pretty good meter. It functions, it does everything you want it to do. There's many of them out there, no problem with them. Anyway, it just kind of aggravated me when they said that. I know it was a troll, but anyway, this speaker's bad. I don't know if I have one or not. I think I have one in a drive-in speaker. I'm going to look. If I do, I'll replace it, and then I'll continue to put this thing back together. But I'm glad I checked that before I put this thing back together. Holy moly, I did not expect that. Look at that. Holy cow, y'all. It almost looks like that caught on, well, I don't know. That's odd. Like it was hot. Huh. That's weird. That's a new one for the record books. Huh. Wow. I don't know, y'all. The color of the discoloration here indicates that it was it gotten hot. I've never seen one do that just naturally before. It's almost like this thing got hot and burnt. And some of the paper around the voice coil burnt. I don't know. That's odd. I'll let you guys speculate in the comments below. I'm going to check for DC on that. It's a transformer though. But I'm going to check for DC on the output just to make sure something didn't get weirdoed on this thing. But let's see if I find a speaker. I think I have one. If I have to rob out of a drive-in speaker, which may or may not work. I don't know. Bring you back. Well, down the rabbit hole this time, boys and girls. I have the cone or the voice coil of the speaker is actually live. Actually good, believe it or not. I did find the other side. So I'm good there. The wire was completely rotten, and this rust right here, this speaker is a victim of the battery acid, if you want to call it that. So I'm going to attempt, I just cut this away because this is just gone. I'm going to attempt to repair this. But I got to get rid of all this rust here, and I'm just going to I ain't quite sure how I want to do this yet. I may have to borrow off another speaker just to get this surround. I think I can repair it. I don't know. But we'll see. Bring it back. Okay, that's where I'm at with the speaker. It can be saved, but it's going to take a lot of work, and I'm out of time today. So I was hoping to post this video today, but it ain't going to happen. If it hadn't been for the speaker, I'd have had this thing together and working. This measures about 3.5 inches from this side. Oh, back up. Measured about 3.5 inches from this side to this side. I don't have anything. I got 4 inches, which is the smallest ones I have. So my plan is, if I can make this work, let me get a pointer. My plan is I'm going to take and get rid of this rust very carefully without damaging any more of the speaker. But I had to cut out this much of that cone because apparently it's the battery acid, or the alkali from the battery acid, got into it and just completely destroyed this cone. It's just, it was shaped, but it was it looked like it was wet. So I thought maybe when I was cleaning the case that had the speaker in it that I got some cleaner on it, but it didn't dry up. It was apparently just residue from the batteries from years ago, because it was just completely rotted out. So anyway, I can fix this, I think. I've got to get rid of this rust so I can have a good clean surface. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this speaker here. I'm going to take this speaker here. It's a donor speaker, bigger, but I'm going to take part of the cone out of it, cut some of the cone and surround out of this right here. Try to make it work, try to make it fit, at least the surround part. Maybe use a coffee filter to make the rest of the speaker. I think I can repair it. We'll see. But I'm not going to finish this thing today, so I'm going to clean up my mess, go inside, fix me something to eat, and take care of the grandbaby. So next time you see this thing, I'll be working on speaker again. Anyway, the speaker repairs have been completed. Let's have a look at it. This is the completed speaker repair. I've done this redneck style. As you can see, a different kind of cone with a little bit different radius and all that's in there. Cleaned it up best I could. So let's test it one more time. I still can't get over some character that left that was telling me, I don't like any of these meters. Okay, well, to each his own. Now let's do the click test. That seems to work. Now let's a little audio in it. See what it sounds like. Let's see, we'll do this as how we want to do this. Unbalanced, 50 ohm unbalanced, yeah. Our trusty old, I was going to replace this. Dang, what's the matter with this thing? Crazy all of a sudden. This is my 654A, HP 654A test oscillator. I've got it set up on 400, and we're going to make it about -10 dB out, 50 ohm unbalanced. But I was going to replace that with this guy. I decided to keep that one and this one because they both have their place in the shop here. But let's hook the output of this thing up. And I'm at -10 and I can hear a tone. That's pretty decent. Hertz. It works right now. I don't know what it'll do when it puts it under load. You know, when you get audio vibration in there enough to actually move the voice coil. But it'll work long enough for us to hear the radio play. Yeah. That's pretty good redneck repair. This will last until I can get the right speaker. Anyway, let me put you down a minute. Let me get everything set up. I wanted to show you the coolest cup that I've bought. I bought it off of eBay. If I can remember, I'll put the link in the description or the website. Matter of fact, here's a code that you can probably scan. I love this cup. Yeah, I know it ain't authentic, but it's still beautiful and I like it. Anyway, back to putting this dude back together. Well, that was quite a battle putting this stupid thing back together. But it's together. It needs a volume control. The volume control is bad. But it's back together and it's working. I don't have any C-cells. I had to kind of jerry-rig it, but and this case needs a little polishing, but especially the chrome. But it's working. So let me show you the finished product. Talking about as far as the volume control. So much noise with these lights.
Kids bite at Lucky Casino in Waverly. Drawing held up. See location for details. Wrinkle an unwrapped toy and receive $5 in free play. We're celebrating. Staying alive, we're staying alive. Oh, I am sure.
Mantis X. And Mantis X is the best way to train at home. No driving to the range, no spending money on range fees and ammo. You're going to save a ton of money and improve your shooting. So start improving today. Just go to mantisx.com. That's MANTISX.com.
You've heard me discuss how my everyday aches and pains were affecting my daily life before I started taking Relief Factor.
So there you go, guys. It is complete and finished. It needs a volume control. I'll find one day and replace it. It looks to be a standard volume control. I'll just have to look it up and find one. But it is together and working. So there you go. Speaker seems to do okay, at least for right now. So might find one of them and keep it on hand in case I have to have it. But it works. So didn't think it was going to when we first saw it. But get my finger out of the fuse there. But got rid of all the corrosion and all that kind of stuff, repaired the speaker, cleaned the case up and everything, and cleaned the controls, the switches and everything. Put it back together, basically what I did. It just took a little while to do it. No capacitor. I don't think I need to tune it. It seemed like it picks up okay. So I'm going to call this one done. So I'm going to edit this video and try to get it out here, and hopefully tonight, maybe. But there you go. One of the flea market finds, the little realistic Radio Shack FM AM auto portable, is operational. Another one down. So anyway, like and subscribe, please, and comments in the section there would be great. If you got bad things to say, oh well, it's a free world. But anyway, thank you guys for watching so much. Remember, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Adios.